So we're recording. Here we go. This one here, it's given to you as a ratio. And how would we go about setting this one up so we can solve for x? Because looking at this format looks it's really crazy looking. It's like how we go about it. But if you remember, think back to what we did before. Looks like this. This number goes on the top. This one goes on the top. So that's the top. And this one's the bottom. Top and the bottom. So it's going to look like this. 12 over 45 equals x over 15. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick with this one. When the x is on the top, normally what we do, we just go this one times this one times this one, and life is good. But when the x is on the top here, we can do a shortcut. All we got to do with the shortcut is this piece right here. Multiply these two. All we need to do in this case. And then an even easier shortcut, I'll show you one second. Instead of actually multiplying, what I'm going to do is do this one here. Over 12 multiplied by 15. On the bottom, I'm going to factor it. Instead of multiplying, this is an easier way to do it for some quick math in your head. This is going to equal the x value. So 45 ends in 5, so does 15, which means that both those numbers can be divided by 5. Even more importantly, 15 will divide evenly into 45. So I can turn this into 3 times 15, which is the same thing as 45. The thing now is that I can cancel out these 15s. And it breaks down pretty easy. Now it becomes simply 12 over 3. Equal to my x value, and then my x is equal to 4. Are we cool with that? Awesome. Let's try another one. How about this one here? When the x is on the bottom, let's try this one. This time when we set this one up, it'll be a little different looking. It's going to look like this. Just 1 second. In case anyone doesn't show up, you should be able to see the meeting. So setting this one up, we're going to have 25 over 45. That's going to be equal to 75 over x. So we cross multiply. We're going to have 25x equals 45 multiplied by 75. But I'm not doing any multiplying yet. I want to do some simplifying first. You done already? So then I want to divide both sides by 25. So my x looks like this. x becomes equal to 45. See you later. Don't forget to visit me online, all right? Don't forget to visit me online. Okay. All right. 45. This time I'm going to say 25. So I'm going to break this down to 3 times 25. Divided by 25. So I'm using the same technique I used before to make the math a little easier for us. Because now the 25s will cancel. And my x becomes equal to 3 times 45. Which is 135. How's that sound for people? Sound good? All right. I'll pause the recording for 1 second. No, never mind. All right, moving right along. So this stuff is not too bad. We've already seen this before. So let's move on to something that's a little different, a little more challenging. How we do what? Reading labels? All right, let's do some reading labels. Practice with food labels. Here we go. So first of all, we get this whole chart here. We'll copy that into our notes. Albert's tomato soup. Sounds charming. Sounds like, this dine to tell that. I'd be better than Campbell's, that's for sure. Let's look at the first question there. Oops. All right, so I'm almost ready. I didn't know we need a label for this one. So we're given Albert's tomato soup on the facts. So this is what the question asks us: if 1/2 cup of soup equals 120 milliliters, then how many milliliters are there in 3.5 cups of soup? What the? First thing you should notice in this case right here, there's a big problem. We have cup, milliliters, and cups, milliliters. So we got to set that up, make sure that the units change. Your units will set up correctly so they cancel each other out. So we have 1/2 cup is 120 mils. This is what I call the equivalent statement right here. 1/2 cup equals, and it even says the word equal in here. So that equals 120 mils. So I'll write it down just like that. So 1/2 cup So then it says over here, 3.5 cups, how many milliliters? So I have 3.5 cups. Equals how many milliliters? X. Now we're back to a ratio like we were before, setting it up same way before. Make sure we line up the cups and mils. So we want to do it this way. We can. Or I can take the 1/2 cup. Oops, go back down here. Equals 120 mils. Over 3.5 cups. Over X mils. Now I'm going to rearrange that. I can simplify the one to first, so I can rearrange or just cross multiply whatever I wanted to do. I'm going to cross multiply first, so I'm going to go 1 over 2 cups times X. When I use a dot, it's the same as multiplication symbol. I have 3, 1 over 2. If you want to use decimals here, you can. Times 120. And then I divide by 2. So basically it looks like this. I'm going to turn it into decimals as I rewrite it. I'm going to divide by half, my bad. It's going to be 3.5 cups times 120. Divided by 0.5 cups. Notice that the C's will cancel. And our answer will be left in mils, which is what we're looking for. Should be in M. So awesome. And our calculator, we're going to use our calculator. I get one. This time I have 3.5 times 120. Divided by 0.5. 840 mils. So our answer is 840 mils. Let me ask yourself, does that answer make sense? Well, if 1/2 cup is 120, 2 cups would be 240. So 3 cups would be 3 times that. So it's, yeah, it kind of makes sense. If we get a number smaller than 120, we'd be in trouble. So the number should make sense. Let's try another question. This one actually uses the table. In this table, it looks here, it says the serving size is 1/2 cup, or 120 mils. Serving size, the serving is about 2.5 for this can. If a can serves if a can has 2.5 servings, how many cans are needed for 10 people? Oh no. So Again, setting up our equivalence point, first thing we're going to do, our equivalence statement. 1 can gives us 2.5 servings. We want 10 servings. 10 servings. That gives us X. How many cups? How many cans? For all multiplying. This is going to be a tricky question. Watch what happens in this question. When I cross multiply, I'm going to get 10 times 1, which is just 10. 10 cans, keeping the units in there for servings, equals 2.5 servings. Then when I divide by my S, divide by my servings, I have 10. This is the X here as well. 10 divided by cans, servings, divided by 2.5 servings equals X cans. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to have this happening. I have 10 divided by 2.5. It's going to give me 4 cans. Four cans of soup. What would happen if I came up with a decimal here? If I came up with like 4.2 cans, what would the answer be? Or 3.8 cans? It didn't work out to be exactly 4. What would I have to do? That's where it could get tricky. And some of these questions will do that to you. The school bus holds 30 people. We have 35 people going to a field trip. How many buses do you need? Ah, no. Unless you're standing up, you need 2 buses, right? Same thing here. If you need to feed 10 people and you get 3.8 cans, you got to get 4 cans. So if you got 4.2 cans, then you need to get 5 cans because you need to feed the people. So you may have to do some rounding in these kind of questions, depending on how the questions are worded and what the answer comes out to be. So the answer should always make sense, right? So I was hoping there was going to be a decimal in the answer, but I guess it wasn't. But if you do find a decimal like 4.3, 4.5, you need to round up in this case because you need more soup to feed the people. So the answer should make sense. All right, let's try another one of those. Let's try the next one. One serving contains 90 calories. That's what it says up there on your label. One serving contains 90 calories. How many calories are in 3.3.5 servings? Sorry, 4.5 servings. This is an easy question, but we'll do it the long way, just so we see the repetition and make you get used to seeing it that way. So we have 1 can, one serving is equal to 90 calories. So it says 4.1, 4.5 servings. Again, put servings under servings. 4.5 S. That's my X. Cross multiplying. I get X times 1S is equal to 4.5 S, so 5 times 90C divided by 1S. Doing this on purpose so you see the S's cancel, and dividing by 1 doesn't make a difference. So you could have done a shortcut and just multiplied 4.5 times 90, but we want to do it the long way because we're stubborn. 4.5 times 90 equals 405. 405 calories. Let's look at Big L's organic sweet juicy plums. I want to give you guys a chance to try this one first before I do it. You should try it. And here's the question. Alright, so you guys want to give you guys a try at this one first. How many total grams of weight are present in 34 prunes? How would you know how to do that one? Have your chart there? How would you solve that one? That's a bit trickier. So that's your chart, and it wants to know how many weight. Sorry, I'll just show what the question again. How many total grams of weight are present in 34 prunes? So how much does 34 prunes weigh? And that's your chart. What are you going to do? How are you going to figure that one out? What the hell? Are you serious? I don't know. Oh, 5 plums are 40 grams. So we got some information here, which is awesome. Information's right here. Good eye on that one. 40 grams and 5 plums. So That's our statement. That's becoming our equivalent statement. Right there. So if we scroll down the page a bit, we can write that down. How much is that again? 40 grams. So coming down here, we have 40 grams. And 5 plums. Or prunes. Sorry. Plums, prunes, you know, whatever. One's dry, one's not. I don't know. Whatever. So if I have 34 prunes, I'm keeping them lined up. 34. And how many grams? If I mean keep them lined up, if you're putting prunes in this fraction, put P over the P. Then let's cross multiply again. I'll just come back down. This whole chapter is on ratio and proportion, so it's not cross multiplying in this chapter. So I have 40 times 34. 40 grams times 34p. And that's equal to 5p times x. So then we have 40g times 34 prunes divided by 5 prunes equals x. And doing some calculations on there, it's going to look like this. $40 times 34 equals that, divided by 5, 272. Grams. Notice the p's will cancel. So I'm left with grams. That's the unit I'm looking for.